Hello, I'm back. Right, I'm gonna make me cookies. Now I do this by eye now, but I'll tell you what I put in roundabout. Can't go wrong. When you start making them, if you see my first video, I followed the recipe, and the recipe's on that. I think it's probably one of my very first ones, and I've made them countless times since, and I don't know anyone, if you start to do your baking, then you have to excuse lights in the kitchen, I've got you on another angle, then eventually you get the confidence and you just adapt it to how you want it to be. What I will say is I always do gas mark 5. I put them in the oven on the middle shelf for 20 minutes, then I take them out and I turn them over, and then I put them on the top shelf for, I'd say, I start at 10, but I normally get to 8, so I just keep checking. Got my blade in? No, I haven't got my blade in. Put your blade in. This food processor, I've not long had it, to be fair. I got it for £40. Got it for a bargain. That's on another video. Always look up, look for your discount, your code, if someone's got an offer on, get your Nectar card, your what other cards have I got? Your Superdrug card, your Boots card. I take Planstenold, and I ordered 3. They were on 3 for 2 anyway. So instead of them costing me £60, where's my phone? Instead of them costing me £60, they cost me £30. So I got them half price. That's 3 months worth, and I get me collagen off there as well. So they have offers. You can do the app. You can do it online. Get the app on your phone or on your tablet or your iPad. So if I put one in there, no. 1, this to give it the moisture. 2, the first recipe I used, I didn't think it even called for dates. It didn't. It was bananas, peanut butter, something else, honey. 3, so I'll put 4 of them in. These are absolutely delicious. Oh God, they're so nice on your breakfast as well. So 4 of them, and then I'll get trusty spoon. What I do with the spoon is I run it under some water. It doesn't stick as much then. Bear with me. So just do that. Give your hands a little dry. Excuse me now, guys, because I'm getting a bit tired. But I'm going to do these and then sit in the garden with Cece for a little while, have a little rest. So what I do is I get peanut butter. This is £3.99 in Aldi. I get the crunchy one, but you can get the smooth one. There's nothing else in it. 100% nuts, 100% goodness. Lasts for ages. So I'll just do, again, I'll play it by ear. It's a bit splodgy. So give it a little tap. So you can't go wrong. Hands are clean. So 2 of them. Sorry, but I have to leave my finger. It's too tempting. So put that over there, out the way. And then put that lid back on the peanut butter. That has lasted me ages. I think I've made now about 10 batches of biscuits, if not more, because I have one a day. I have them in my breakfast. Dead good for you, dead filling, really lovely. So then I'll put that, and then I told you to buy me just 1 banana, don't I? So I did this. When did I last make biscuits? Was it Saturday night? Yeah, it would have been Saturday night. I made a batch Monday today. I always give some to Dave downstairs. And I have them as a snack. I don't just have them for my breakfast. That's why I'm thinking of putting the sweeties in them. If you watch my last video about my shopping haul, you'll know what I'm on about. So just me half a banana. I've kept it in. This has been on the go since Saturday. I've kept it in an airtight bag. There's nothing wrong with it. It hasn't gone black. So break that up into there, like so. da-di-da-di-da, and then some honey. Got a bit of this honey left, so... Oh gosh, they're so hard to get off these, aren't they? I've got the strength of an ass. Oh, let's have a little sit down. I'm getting tired now, peeps. Getting very tired. So, but I said I'd make them for Rita. There's nothing left in that one. That's a duff one. So what I did get was, because this is cheaper again in Aldi, so you could decant that into there if you wanted to. I'm not going to, but I got that. I think it's about, I want to say 30 pence cheaper. So why not? You know, it's honey. It's not organic, but it's still honey. Honey comes from bees. You can't really change anything about honey, can you? It's just honey. It says clear honey. Nothing more, nothing less, nothing added to it. So that's that done. And I'll put the lid back on there. I'm gonna blitz that up, so I'm gonna pause you, okay? All I've done is I've blitzed it for about 30 seconds. That's my honey spoon. It's still clean. Just to break it down. Doesn't have to be smooth. Got a bit of the date still hanging about in it. You know, not 100% chopped. That's absolutely fine. And then what I'll do is I'll get me what am I going to put in this one? I'm going to put some currants. I think I'm going to put my oats in first, because I want them to break down a bit. So I just play this by eye. Get a spoon. Now what I would say is I got this food processor, as I was saying before, it was £40, absolute bargain. But I would get a bigger one. It's not big enough. It's not big enough for me. But you know what? It'll do me for now. And when the time comes when I think I really, really can't do what I need to do because it's not big enough. I can't remember what I was doing the other day. I think it was when I was making me bread. So that's 4, 5. Now this is by eye. 6, 7, 8. We've got to put something else. 9. So say 10. Now that's 10 grams in a spoon of that. That's 100 grams. So I was going to say something then, but I forgot. I need to sit down, babes. Yeah, so I'm going to put some other stuff in. But as I say, you're going to play it by ear and you're going to learn to trust your own judgments. Hello, can you see me? Because if you don't, I'll show you this when I'm rolling it out and you'll think, oh, that's not going to work. It does work. Trust it. I can't even get the lid on, guys. So I'm going to pulse this up now, so I'm going to pause you again. See you in a minute. Just don't want to sit down in between takes. Now get your spoon. Your blade's still in there, so just be mindful of that. Get your spoon and switch it off at the wall. Don't want to be losing a finger. And then just mix it round and it starts to take a shape. So if you look, now it looks a bit dry, but trust it, it'll work. So you don't want to blitz that too much because you still want the crunchiness of your oats. Do you get me? So you can always add a bit more, add a bit more, add a bit more. It's stuck to the spoon. It doesn't matter. It's all fun, isn't it? As I say, I've never had any yet that didn't work out, so trust the process. What else was I going to show you? That's what I was going to show you. You know when I was saying about the universe giving you what you need? Well, I was in Poundland the other week and I wanted some measuring cups, but I picked them up and I thought, oh, do I need them? Do I need them? Do I need them? So I put them back. Anyway, you know my friend Dave downstairs. What did I rang him the other night about something, to talk to him about something or other. And he said, I've got some measuring cups for you here, do you mean? That one's fell off. Cece's going to run off of it, so bear with. No. And he'd had something delivered. And he'd got these as a free gift, so he gave them to me. So there you go. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's kind of nice, aren't they? Nice and orange. They match me top. The orange top, look. Ta-da! So there you go. Anyway, I digress. So what I'm going to put in now is some currants. Now these are lovely when you put the currants in. Get another spoon out the drawer. Don't use that one with the clagginess on it, because you're going to be putting your spoon in here. When these cook, the currants go all chewy. You don't have to use currants if you don't like currants. This is like mixed fruit. Got these in, what's it saying, please? Big bag of them. So put some of them in. And then I'm going to put a bit of coconut in. These are good because they've got like a finger part on there, what you put your finger on, and you get a bit of traction, you know. Some coconut. Just a few sprinkles. You just put in what you want to put in. You want something with a bit of wetness in there. I do them with chocolate as well, but as I say, these are for Risa, so she's off chocolate for Lent. And then I'm going to put a few nuts in. So I've got just mixed nuts here. Did I show you the currants? Mixed fruit there, and you're seeing the coconut in, yeah. So I might, just before I put that in, give that a blitz round. So I don't want the nuts to be too chopped. Do you get me? So I'm going to pulse. I'm going to switch back on at the wall. Okay. You might have to get your spoon in and mix it round a bit, but I'm just going to do a pulse, so I'm going to... So I'm adding just a few nuts. It's just mixed nuts, look. That's a nice Brazil nut I'm going to have in a minute. So just some mixed nuts. You can add any nuts. These are pecans and a couple of walnuts and all that. A couple of peanuts. And then going to blitz it round again now. There's the mixture. It might look a bit dry. You can always add a bit more honey. But trust the process. It does work. So this is why I think I need a bigger food processor, because I keep on having to. Or maybe it's just the mixture. But I will get myself a bigger food processor, but I can make do with this for the moment. So that, I've just been pulsing it, moving it about. I've got my little thing in there as well, pulsing it. So that's the mixture. So I have a little taste. That's sweet enough for me. So I think that's fine. I was going to debate whether to put some cranberries in, but I'm not going to do that. That's enough. Obviously they're not a hobnob, because hobnobs are full of sugar. This is all natural sugars, so I'm going to tip that out now onto the greaseproof paper, and I'll tell you what I do now. This is the fiddly bit, but it does work, trust me. So that's it, the mixture. So I'll take my little blade out, if whoever wants to come out and have to just tip it up like that, and then I'll show you now. Get another spoon. A lot of spoons were used in the making of this. So it comes off the blade quite easy, that's what you want. Might be a few sticky bits. I'm putting that in the sink. I like to tidy up as I go along, because I'm going to be knackered after I've done this, but that's okay. Getting them on soap, guys, so one less thing for me to do. Yeah, all done. Hands are clean. Now what I do is I wet my hands, because it is sticky. Just wet them, give them a shake off like that, and then you're going to get your mixture. and you're going to form it into a ball like so, and it doesn't stick if your hands are wet. See what I mean? So just pop them little bits on, put your nuts in, any ones that any stragglers, and then I put it into a ball. I'll show you anyway. I put that on a piece of greaseproof paper. Bear with me. Let me just show you. Yeah. And then I'm going to put the greaseproof paper over, like that. This just makes it less messy, and it won't stick then. So it's over there, and then I get my rolling pin. And just press down, and you've got to tease it. You're not going to go all hell for leather, and this is where you just pat it down. Pat. Let me just show you. Pat, 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 pat. Like that. So it gets it. Oh, it doesn't fall off the end. And then start to roll, but gently. Gently, gently. Like this. So imagine I've got two hands doing it, but gentle, gentle. Just roll it gentle. Roll it gentle. Roll it gently. Check with your hands. Use your eyes and your hands. So I'm just rolling it. So you're more like teasing it down. And then you're going to turn it round like so. So it's that way. You're just going to roll it. Now, you don't want it too thick. But again, you're going to have to use your own judgment. Because I'll show you one when I've done one out anyway for the thickness. But I just don't think about it too much. Just think, do you know what? I'm enjoying myself. You know, I'm making a nice thing. Nice couple of biscuits for my friends. And then what will be, will be. In life, we don't want to be taking ourselves too seriously, guys. Life's too short for all that. So I'll show you now anyway. So I feel, so I get underneath and I feel and I think I'll fix that, and then I'll have a little pat with it with my fingers. I know that side's a bit thinner than that side, and I'll just generally judge by what I can feel. So then that's that. I'll pause a minute, there we're done. So see the thickness. Then, I haven't got any cookie cutters. I need to put that out to the universe, don't I? But I've got a glass. So I'll get my glass. I'll show you. And then I find a little way like that. I push it down. Push it down. Oh, shoot. And then, like that. So now what I do, this piece of greaseproof paper that I had on the top, bunch it up. It's easier to work with. And I get me, there with me, my trusty tray. Any tray will do as long as it's a shallow one. And I'll get that piece of greaseproof paper and I'll put it on the tray. Now I can trim that down after, once I've got my biscuits on. But for the time being, that's fine. So I'll just push it in and find the corners like so. See? Push it in, find your corners so it's got a little place to sit. Yeah? And then what I do is I get one of these. Now if you haven't got one of these, a knife will do. I've had this years. I got it in a set. I think it's a dough cutter, but hey ho. And then I've got my biscuit. I'm left-handed, so I'm a bit gammy, so you'll have to bear with me. And there's my biscuit. Now we'll have a little look. Now that side's a bit thinner. In the grand scheme of things, does it matter? I'll just pat that down a bit. Don't have to be the perfect round, do they? Made with love. And then I put that on the tray, and that's one. And then so on and so forth. So I'll carry on cutting and I'll come back in a minute. It's a bit stuck. Just give it a little plop like that. Comes out. That one's a bit thicker. Just push it down a bit. Now it's missing a bit on the end there. Get a little bit. Put it on. If you feel it it's a little bit thin now. Just put a little bit on. You can't go wrong. We're not, they're not going to be quality control checked at Marks and Spencer's, are they? The biscuits that you're making either for yourself or for a friend or for a family, but they're very, very good for you, and they'll fill you up and they'll keep you full and full of nutrition, and they're not ultra processed. Now that one's going to be a bit crumbly, I know it is, but it doesn't matter. I'll have that one. So, off again. I'm going to do another roll now, because I've used that top piece of grease-proof paper, but I've only got half the mixture left, and I've just patched it up there where I've done the cutting with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get me little thing, or you can get your knife. Bear in mind, you can't break it. You're not going to break the mixture, so you can do what you need to do. And then I'll get me grease-proof paper, push it along. So I've just moved it up. See, moved it up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that piece of grease-proof paper in half. Push that along a little bit more. You want it sort of so you've got a space on either side. Pass it down like so. See what I mean? And then I'm going to roll this out again a bit. I've got 3 so far, so just roll it out. Roll and roll and roll them. And then you just keep doing that. And then your last one you might have to shape yourself, because you just got a little bit left, but don't waste anything and just put it on an odd one, and you can have that yourself as well, can't you? Alright peeps, I'm just going to carry on. Giving it a shaky and it won't come out, just tease it up the glass. This one wouldn't come out, but it has now. Alright, so see, all I've done is move the mixture back together, joined it all up, and then I'm just going to put my little grease-proof paper over. Like that. Just then I'm just going to do this a little pass with my fingers, like so, just to bring it all back together, like so. And then you've got that. See how well it goes back together? Got a little crack in the middle there, but as I say, we're not cooking for Harrods, we're cooking for love, or we're baking. And then, see, this one's like, doesn't want to come out, but it will come out. Just have a bit of patience. This one's a bit thin there. It's cracked there, see? Doesn't matter. Your hands are clean. Chefs in the industry, if you watch James Martin, people, you have to touch your food when you're making it. As long as your hands are clean, that's fine. And as I say, it's not quality control for Harrods. It's just put it on. This one might be a bit of a mishmash. It's got a bit less in the middle because of the crack, so I'll just get a bit like so. I mean, if you wanted to do it perfect, but I just think, they're going to taste nice, and it'll stick together. Now, if your mixture's a bit more dry than this, because sometimes it can turn out like that. That's a different honey I've used today, so Maybe that's why, who knows. Nothing's ever set in stone. Then it'll still work, even if it's a bit crumbly. It'll still work, they'll still bake. So I've got 6 biscuits in, I've got a little one left over. So all I'm going to do with him is, I'm going to make a little shape. I'll show you. And then show you what I've done. Just shaped it out. It's not perfect, I don't need the circle. Just need it to taste nice. My first ones are made. If you see my first ones, they were all over the show, but they were still lovely. So that's them. So I'll show you on what I've got. Just have a little tea towel to hand so you can, So I'm gonna have to fiddle you around. Oh, so there them. I got 7 biscuits. So I'm gonna preheat my oven. Gas mark 5, middle of the oven, 20 minutes. Take them out, put the tray up to the top of the oven, not the very, very top, but close to the top. And then I do another 10, but I check after 5. Once your edges start to go brown, and they will feel soft in the middle, then you know that they're done. And you know what, sometimes I get dead crunchy ones, sometimes they're a bit softer, but I don't mind, because they're always lovely, lovely, lovely. Alright, I'm going to get these in. See you later. I got to say, make sure you preheat your oven as well. And also, your underside, your greaseproof paper, don't chuck that out. If you're giving them to people, you can wrap them in them. And if you're storing them in a plastic container like this, you can use it to wrap them in then, or you'll use it for something else, but don't chuck it out. There's nothing on it that makes your stomach, it's not meat or anything, makes your stomach unsettled, and it's not sticky because it's greaseproof paper, but I always keep it and I always find another use for it. Okay, and then while your oven's heating up, you can wash up and put your bits away. I don't put it on to preheat when I've started making it because I don't know how long it takes, and you only need to preheat your oven for about 5 minutes, and you could be faffing about for like 20 minutes, couldn't you, and wasting gas. So I just think, little tip is, if you tidy up while your oven's preheating and wash your dishes, then it's a win-win, isn't it? So they're ready to go in. All I've done is trim my greaseproof paper down, as you can see. There's the remnants there. Don't want to catch it in. Right. So these are them after 20 minutes on gas mark 5. I'm going to just give them a little feel, but I'm certainly going to flip them. Now they might need another 10 minutes. This is the point. I keep checking them throughout. I don't open the oven door. I've got a light on the oven, but you can open the oven door. But I'll keep checking them throughout. Now they're a bit brown there on the bit closest to us, so I'll turn that tray round and put them back in the other way. But I'm going to put them at the top of the oven for the next bit. See, I've turned them over and they're a bit doughy. So I can never find my hand. Yeah, feel a bit doughy. So they're going to go in, but I'm going to move the rack up in the oven to the top shelf and pop them back in, and I'll probably do 5, have a little check, but I'll keep a close eye on them now because I don't want them to burn. I like them when they're a bit well done, but other people mightn't. So they're done. Some might say a little bit too done. I think they're perfect. You can, you know, just do you. If you wanted to put them on for... Yeah, if you wanted to put them on for 15 minutes or 10 minutes even and check them and then turn them round, then that'd be absolutely fine, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's just using your own judgment. That's what I find. So I'm going to pop them on a wire rack and I'll show you what I use for that. They look a bit dark there, actually. They're not that dark. Maybe they are. I use my grill pan. It's a rye rack, isn't it? So, you know my kitchen space is limited. So they will cool down. I'm going to pop this up now for you to see, but I won't taste one because I've already had one today and I've had enough to eat. I've been taste testing while I'm cooking. Remember to keep your greaseproof paper, don't throw it away. So that's them. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a go at making them. I'm going to let them cool down. I'm going to go in the garden now have a little rest with Cece. I might have a little mocktail because the weather's here for it, isn't it? And yeah, hopefully tomorrow when I see Rita, my friend, and give her a couple of them, she'll enjoy them. She has a big battle with sugar, shall we say. Now I know they've got honey in, and there's a debate about whether that's sugar, but it's not your white granulated stuff, is it? And it's not your processed refined stuff. So in my book, it's a natural sugar because the bees make it. Just like, I'm not going to justify myself. So for her to have something like that, it's got the fruit in, the nuts in, the honey, the dates, everything good in it, 100% non-processed. To have something like that and it feel like it's a sweet treat, will make her realise that, you can have things that aren't white sugar, which do taste nice and sweet. And when she's finished Lent, I'm going to make her some shortbread with my own homemade chocolate. Again, none of it made with white sugar. Listen, guys, take care of yourselves. Love yourself and be kind to yourself, won't you? I hope you enjoy them. Bye.